Modern neuroscience tells us that instead of writing down things we're thankful for in a journal, simply listening to and connecting with positive stories about people can better help shift our immune system into balance. It can help us move from a state of constant anxiety towards motivation. So 3 days a week, I'm sharing stories we can feel good about. Mondays, you'll hear a story from the past to be thankful for. On Wednesdays, I'll tell an inspiring story from the present. And Fridays, you'll head into the weekend with a story to keep you optimistic about our future. Hi, I'm Chris. Welcome to My Good 3. Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. As you know, on Wednesday I find a story from the present that's inspiring and captures people doing good things for one another. This week, it's impossible not to share what has been happening in the last several weeks in the mountains of North Carolina. This is a story that's more than just about people doing good things for one another. It captures the essence of what it means to be human. Late on September 26th, a mere 4 days after first forming in the Gulf of Mexico as a low-pressure system, Hurricane Helene made landfall in the Big Bend region of Florida as a powerful Category 4 hurricane. What made the hurricane different was the intense size and its track. After ravaging parts of Florida, the storm continued north into Georgia, and then into the western part of North Carolina, where it stalled and dumped more moisture than the area could handle near the city of Asheville. Areas in the Black Mountains region were hit the hardest, where upwards of 19 inches of rain fell in only a few hours. The water had nowhere to go. Rivers and creeks swallowed homes, mountainsides collapsed, and roadways were completely covered by debris, leaving residents trapped with no access to the outside world. The region was devastated, and the clock was ticking. Quickly, rescue teams assembled. Volunteers from all over spilled into nearby towns, gathering supplies at staging areas and planning how they would assist residents. The problem that very quickly became apparent was that with roadways blocked, they'd need to bring supplies in by air, with the help of volunteer groups like Operation Airdrop and Operation Hilo. Hundreds of helicopters were assembled to deliver much-needed supplies like diapers, food, and water to those in need. However, helicopters can only safely deliver supplies where they can land, and with the mountains of North Carolina swallowed by floods and littered with debris, it was a real problem. Many people, especially those in the more rural areas, were left trapped without access to supplies by air, and a solution was needed quickly. Luckily, the western North Carolina area is where the Mountain Mule Packer Ranch is located. They're one of the nation's most experienced high-altitude terrain pack animal supply units, and they're uniquely qualified for this exact type of mission. Originally from the Sierra Nevada mountains, the group not long ago relocated to the foothills of western North Carolina. Their mission is to train military units to use mules for dangerous high-altitude supply routes where other vehicles can't operate, so they can move weapons, equipment, medical supplies, and even wounded soldiers. Once it became clear that nearby residents needed help, Mountain Mule Packer Ranch sprang into action, cleared their calendars, and traded their military gear for essential life-saving supplies. They quickly partnered with the volunteer group Cajun Navy 2016 to set up a logistics center. They connected with residents of Black Mountain and nearby Swannanoa to bring them the exact items they needed most, traversing washed-out roadways and trails, risking their own safety from dawn to dusk, all on foot. Only time will tell how many lives this group has saved, but they're not the type of people to think much about that. For them, it's about taking care of people and staying connected to what matters most. In one video the group shared online, they were able to deliver ice to an elderly man so he could keep his much-needed insulin cold. The video shows the man walking out from his home to the Mule Packer team to receive the ice with a smile on his face. The caption read, "How many days do we take for granted the simplest things?" What a great reminder to not only take a moment to be thankful for the little things in life we forget about, like electricity and clean water, but to be thankful for where we live, because While things may not always be going our way, there are always good humans and good animals ready to deliver the help we need. Thank you for listening. I realize this podcast won't be successful without your help. So if you'd like to rate it, or better yet, review it, wherever you get your podcasts, that would really help. And if you're on Instagram, go to @mygood3, THREE, to vote each episode up or down. I'm also excited to read more Good 3 stories from listeners. So just go to our website, mygood3.com, and submit a story of your own from the past, present, or future, or all three, and maybe I'll use it in an episode. Thanks again. Here's to hoping My Good 3 can set the stage for your good week.